Take a listen.
What's up, everybody? We're live. Welcome back. We took a break last week. That's on me. I had family in town for my mom's 60th birthday. And instead of trying to like squeeze in some bullshit show, I just said, hey, maybe everybody would just like a week off. But we're back. Back in your face. But yep, it's the Nooner Nation podcast for Nooners by Nooners. You already know what it is. But yeah, go out, like and subscribe on YouTube, rate review on iTunes, and go on Spotify and just leave a 5-star and then fuck off out of Spotify. So
leave some notes on Spotify too.
Do they do that? I don't know. Like I don't listen really much on Spotify except for like I watch Rogan occasionally.
Yeah, no, for like some podcasts you can leave notes, like feedback notes. It's pretty cool.
Oh, nice. I already know it'd be a lot of like, we need more Charlie full frame. You know, we like Shave Jake.
Jake don't like Shave Jake.
Is it a maintenance thing or is it an appearance thing?
Sounds like Charlie's cat just fucking attacked her.
That's what cats do.
No, that was just me.
Oh, she's the cat.
I'm the cat this time. I am the clumsy cat.
Yeah.
I just kind of forget to shave.
I feel that.
And then it's like unmanageable by the time I like realize I need to shave. So I'm like, fuck it. Beard time.
I feel that.
Go through that like uncomfortable itch phase that I always heard guys bitch about when they would start growing out their hair.
Yeah, there is that awkward phase where you have to decide whether you're going to just bite the bullet and shave or you're going to try to grow a beard. And not only is it uncomfortable, it looks stupid as shit. You know? Kind of like...
Plus, you got to clean the sink.
Yeah, there's that. And if you live like me, married, living with my wife, I got to make sure the sink is very clean afterwards or else I get bitched at for hair being in the sink.
Well, yeah, it's not that fucking hard to clean, damn it. It's not that fucking hard.
I know, but it seems like no matter how much I clean, like there's still just hair somewhere. Like I don't get it. So now like I just like trim my beard about once a week and I'll literally just be in the sink, like my face down in the sink, just trimming it. But somehow, the white ones are a little bit more coarse. So almost like a tough fingernail. When it clips, it kind of like pings off into.
Gray hairs are more tough than regular. You are correct about that. They are a lot more tough.
Yeah. So they seem to like get clipped, but then ping off in different directions. I can't control. So, but yeah, it's what it is. It's kind of like
get a towel. Get like a hand towel.
Well, have you ever seen they make that thing that you Velcro around your neck and it's like a hammock? Like one end's on your neck and the other end's on like you put it on the faucet and it just catches all the clippings.
Yeah, no, I use one of those to shave my balls.
This would be over your face, so nothing goes flying out. So everything would just go down into the sink.
That's not a bad idea, and also like maybe have like the hot water running at the same time, so you're getting like a nice face steam at the same time.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can do that before, and it will help the.
Yeah, I definitely try to shave and trim after a shower. It goes way better. Mm-hmm. If I try to do it like just at a random time when I haven't showered, and I have a very good razor. I actually use a straight razor, and it still feels like it's just like plucking especially like down here on the neck. It's like just plucking the hair out of my neck.
Ooh.
Yeah, not fun.
Yeah, no, shaving your face is like one of the worst experiences ever.
I don't know. It's either that or like when the hair in your butt crack starts growing back after you shave it. That's pretty rough.
Right around the chocolate starfish.
Yeah. Yeah, you're wondering like, is this a bad fart that's drying or is this just the hair tickling the other side of my asshole?
Cactus ass.
Yeah, rough.
How would y'all feel about getting that area waxed professionally?
I'm afraid that like they're just gonna like wax off my asshole.
I feel like my ancestry has done enough to the Vietnamese people already that I don't need to do that to them.
I only had white people go to the what is it? Oh crap! I forgot what it's called. European something. This is all white chicks.
Yeah, but I mean, if I ever got to the point where I'm getting my asshole waxed, you might as well bleach it while you're down there.
I mean, I don't know why you would care that much about it. It's just like it's easier than shaving, and you don't have all that pain that comes with it.
Right.
And then it can get to the point where you don't, it just kind of thins out, and then it's really not that much of an issue. So it's like there are benefits to it if because yeah, that there is that uncomfortableness when it comes to shaving. And then, there's also a razor right by your asshole. It's funny that you're worried about your asshole getting waxed off and not getting literally razored off
I'm pretty
or,
handy with a
or
razor.
sliced.
I've been
I'd rather go.
I've been shaving my balls since like junior year of high school, so I've gotten pretty handy with a razor because I have nicked
You
the
can get,
balls a
like,
couple times,
everything
and that's
completely waxed too. Would y'all ever?
apparently you're not. And a listener, Gigi, has told me before that men shouldn't get their balls waxed, and it makes sense because the seam down the center is a weak point, and there's been instances where they go to wax the balls and it actually tears the seam open.
Yeah, don't put it on the non-keratinized skin. That's not a good idea. But
I don't
like
know. I don't know how this shit works.
I'd rather just go balls to the wall and get it lasered.
area, what we would call
There
the
you go.
bikini area, and then like around the wiener, like all of the other pubes, not on that sensitive skin. You can
Oh,
that's for at home. That's for that yeah. Don't put wax on.
how many people do you think have tried to nair their ball sack?
A lot.
I know a guy that naired his asshole, and it didn't work out well for him.
No, no, no.
I've seen icy hot in a cup. That's pretty funny.
I've seen that. I've seen that before. Yeah, that's it's funny as long as you're not the recipient of said prank. You know.
Oh, it's fucking hilarious to do to other people though.
But yeah, the anal bleaching thing, oddly enough, came up. Me and my wife were talking about that like a couple of nights ago. And I think like the only way like any guy would give a shit about some girl having her asshole bleached is like every once in a while, and it's typically like a meme, and I don't know if it's photoshopped. You'll see like a meme about like a girl wearing a thong bikini, and you can see like the edges of her asshole from around the sides of it. Like then maybe, you know, wax it, or where like maybe go with something a little more on the Brazilian side and a little less thongish. You
It's
know?
like dark nipples, that skin just shows.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of yeah, that's and actually I brought that up. It'd be like almost like are there people out there that have like larger assholes? Like the dark part of their asshole, kind of like, people that have large areolas. Is there like a pepperoni asshole?
There has to be.
I didn't know.
Where like no matter like yeah, like it's just like
That's a pizza I'd love to eat.
that dark skin's just like creeping halfway up your ass cheek.
Okay, to be fair, out of all of us, I have seen the most pussy, and that's because of my job.
That's probably fair.
I was
yeah.
getting paid
Yeah.
for it. And because of that, like I've seen it with my fucking eyeballs. I was inserting shit into their vagina. I saw it up close and personal.
Mm-hmm.
Never really noticed that with all the women and all, diverse.
That being an oversized butthole.
No.
I mean, I know someone who might have seen more vaginas than you.
You're not.
Womb?
Womb raiders see
Womb?
more vaginas.
You ever seen a pepperoni asshole womb?
A lot of the women are not that small to be able to see that either.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you think fat chicks have bigger assholes and like nipples?
Yeah. I feel like it'd become a problem if you had a large, let's call it an ass areola, right? Because it's like the dark skin around the actual asshole. Like if you had a large ass areola and very shallow butt cheeks.
Yeah.
You know.
You need a BBL. That maybe insurance would pay for that.
Maybe at that point, like you're just disfigured. Like you can't go out in public. With
It's
like,
like the chicks with the boob one bigger than the other.
yeah. I knew a
Start
person
eating
that
more
tried to get their
protein,
insurance to
start doing
cover
more
that.
squats, and
Yeah.
that'll,
Yeah.
instead of chemically altering your skin.
I mean, it's
change
just
your
bleach,
body.
right? Like, just go get some Clorox and wipe it on your asshole. Isn't that just like how it works?
Get like a maxi pad and some bleach,
Oof.
It's wild.
It's like imagine getting a chemical burn on your butthole.
Womb is confirmed. The circle around the starfish can vary in size and color for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because somebody sent me the Emily Ratajkowski butt pic, and she definitely bleaches that thing because you can't even tell where.
Yeah, it looks like an armpit.
You can't even tell. Yeah, like you can't even tell where her taint stops and her butthole starts. It's just all the same color. It's kind of off-putting, to be honest.
Where do you lick?
I mean, I appreciate the effort, but at the same time, it's like, man, like, are people like, who are you hanging around with is worried about seeing your butthole? Because, sorry, ladies, let me just tell you, at some point in your life, you've been having sex and a guy has been staring at your butthole.
You're always tempted just to like.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like don't push the big red button kind of thing.
In some cases, it's the little brown button, but.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. If it's red, then maybe don't. It's already had some trauma done to it. Don't, unless you're trying to tuck a hemorrhoid back in, I guess.
Push the caterpillar back in.
Yeah, like, ooh, let me just pop that right back in for you. No worries.
That's not how that
A little Milwaukee windsock,
Oof, no, that's a prolapse, and good God. Praise the Lord, knock on wood, I've never experienced one of those in person.
Yeah. That's freaking falling outside of your body.
But speaking of prolapsed buttholes, Jake is in luck because Britney's single.
Which Britney?
Britney Spears, dude. The only Britney.
Oh.
It's Britney, bitch. What Britney do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know. Just random fucking Britneys on the internet.
Oh, they're all single.
They're all single for a price.
Well, that's fair. But, yeah, no, Britney Spears, I guess her husband filed for divorce.
Yeah.
She beat him. I guarantee it.
That's what somebody texted me like 5 minutes before the show starts, and apparently, like, that's the new TMZ breaking news. Is he's alleging she cheated and she beat him. I believe I can bring myself to believe both, but I believe the beating part more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if Britney's going out, like I think she lives in Vegas, right? Like if she's
I don't have any fucking idea. I thought it was like Hawaii.
no, her kids live in Hawaii, like with K-Fed.
She's a citizen of the world, guys.
Yeah, that's where I thought she was. And
She needs to be a citizen of a mental award, but
yeah.
you know.
Because remember, she was making all those posts from the beach. She was somewhere.
Fair. I always wondered that, but she's also like Britney Spears. I'm sure she's just like everywhere.
Well,
What?
then they were seen at that restaurant in L.A. So it's like, does she live in L.A.?
But then she got.
hop her place to place to place too. So
Yeah,
she's
I
not-
thought I could have swore that house that she's like what the episode's named after. She's always spinning in the foyer. You know, like I could have swore that one. She bought that when she got that residency in Vegas. I might be wrong. I don't know. Like, if anybody has
Maybe-
Britney
I
Spears'
don't-
address,
yeah.
she should let me know. I'll send her some shirts.
That often. I don't follow her. Or anything like that. It's just like that one with the mirrors. Just was like.
Oh, where she's pole
"Are you just
dancing in
taking
the
fucking
mirror?
Mirrors down and putting them behind you, and the one that was in the chair that was like leaning over. It was just like, oh my gosh.
Well, also, like, you bitch, you're Britney Spears. Like, can you, if you're going to try to do these weird manic thirst trap videos, like, can you at least go buy, like, a new iPhone? Like, that shit's, like, looks like it's being videotaped on a
Britney fucking
razor.
Spears.
You know? It
She could
looks
probably
like-
just walk into a Verizon or something and get a free fucking phone just for being Britney.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is she doing? Unless, like, is this a filter she's using to where it looks vintage? Who knows what's going on in that bitch's head?
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you think? Like, do you think she's cheating or beating up the dude, or you just think like this guy's like, I put in a year, which actually he's put in several years, right?
It's been like 2 or 3, right?
No, they've been married for a year, but they were like together for 5 or 6, I think.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe they were actually legally married. Honestly, I thought it was like all just for show.
I don't know. It's fine. I don't know. That whole. I don't know whether this divorce is going to be better or worse for her. My money's on worse.
Well, she's already kind of with another guy. Like on her Instagram, she was on a boat and like a guy was holding her and then slapped her ass. Like she's already surrounded by a new man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like she's out of her mind, but I'm sure like there's people already. Like, can you imagine what her DMs look like every day?
It's probably absolutely fucking insane.
It's just Jake over and over again saying, "I can fix you."
I can deal with this. I know your mental illness.
Yeah.
I've dealt with it before.
Yeah, get off the meth, get on some Prozac or lithium or whatever this fuck, whatever she needs.
And pay for daddy to get some Ozempic.
Ozempic. I think. Have you seen Jonah Hill lately?
Oh, it's disgusting.
It looks like he's doubled up on his Ozempic dosage. The funny thing
He
is,
looks like he's doing TRT and Ozempic because his head is gigantic, but his body is skinny.
yeah. But the funny thing is, the next time you see him in public, like in 3 weeks, he'll be back to being like 300 pounds. I don't know what
As soon
that
as he
did
gets
to-
divorced from this wife, he's gonna like snap and gain a bunch of weight again.
Were they? I don't think they were married, right?
I think he's married to the girl he has a baby with, right?
Oh, this chick. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the one that he like was being all like insecure dude with.
I don't know if they're married though.
William, do you want me to wear a smaller shirt too?
Oh, oh.
Maybe like a crop top.
I could do that.
Yeah, you'd be like the Albuquerque last row.
I think Lastro would fit in pretty damn well in Albuquerque.
He does have
I
an
keep trying to get
Albuquerque vibe.
I keep trying to get him to come to a UNM game, but
So, anyways, but yeah, it has the internet world all a Twitter about her divorce, which I don't know, like
is it a Twitter anymore?
it's got the internet world all an X. About her being single, and he's saying she cheated and beat her. She's saying he cheated and just used her for her money.
Both are likely.
The upside for us is it sounds like this divorce is going to be just like clickbait gold, though.
Oh, it's gonna be fucking hilarious. There's gonna be pictures. There's gonna be receipts. There's gonna be text messages.
Well, he said he's like, I have incredibly embarrassing videos and pictures of her that she would not want to come out in public. I was like, motherfucker, have you seen her Instagram? I don't think anybody's going to be shocked. You know, we all know she's out of her goddamn mind.
Super gross looking. Like her first thing in the morning.
Like, oh,
But
God.
then again, no, she was wearing like the smeared eyeliner, so it's like, no, this bitch has nothing to hide.
What if Brittany has a big asshole, like big asshole areola?
Maybe that's why she's
I
not
don't
going
think
full.
you can release nude photos of her like that.
If she had a big asshole areola, you never know.
Well, I mean, she does really like doing the like butterfly style bikinis, and wears them like way low, like she's never left the 90s. I'm thinking it's because, for one, her brain is still in the 90s, and also she wants to make sure everyone knows how good her laser job was.
Not the 90s yet, dickhead. No, that was like 05.
Okay,
was.
whatever. Like, you got to remember, I'm
Whatever,
I'm
you were
like 10 years
in
older
that
than you
era.
too.
You should
Time
know better.
blurs. Time
You were more
blurs.
in it than I was.
You know.
that.
But anyways, so like if she wanted to go full thought, she'd do it in a thong, but she doesn't, and maybe it's because massive asshole. Because she doesn't have much of a butt to her. It's not terrible.
she's got like that white girl dating a drug dealer, but
Yeah, like it would be a cutie booty if she like did something other than twirl around in her house all day.
She needs to do some squats and some leg lifts and shit, you know?
Yeah, some side lunges.
She burnt down her other gym, remember?
Mm-hmm. With
I don't
scented
remember this.
candles, yeah. She had too many scented candles burning while she was working out.
Yeah.
Which just proves how crazy she is. Like, have you ever been like in a tough workout and be like, know what I need right now?
Was she working out by candlelight?
Cumbermelon candles from Bed Bath.
Right? She likes to work out by candle.
She listens to like symphonic music and with candles, drinking
No,
wine
she's
on
got-
the fucking treadmill.
She
She's got-
listens to the Monk album from the 90s where they chant, but it's to like
Pure
rhythms.
moods. Pure moods, baby. She's got my favorite. Oh,
There's tapestries in the gym over the mirrors.
That's what caught on fire.
Well, then, like mid squat, she just felt the need to spin around in a circle and like let her arms go a little bit and knocked over one of the flames or like one of the candles. You know, what scent do you think it was? Did she go like something just super basic, or was it like a?
I know exactly what it
patchouli?
was.
Definitely leather.
It was Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina candle.
I think it was
Hasn't
before
come out
that.
yet.
I think it was before that. This was like 10 years ago or something.
It hasn't been that long, but
I don't know. Time passes quick. Time passes.
Time
quick.
does pass quick. Holy
It
shit.
might have been. Let's see. Like I'll Google it real quick. Like when did?
No, it was like at least
Producer Womb.
2016.
Yeah,
2017.
Womb Raider. You're in the chat. Go find out when she burnt down her fucking gym with a candle. Just in pure insanity out of this bitch. But yeah, she's like again. She's just like spinning. It's the
What
same
she-
thing.
I can't even remember what she posted that on.
She posted on Instagram. She was like it was a video of her explaining why she hasn't been posting.
And it's always
Videos
like
from
that
her gym.
that high
Oh, it's always
energy.
high and it's always, hey everybody, I just wanted to let you know I haven't been posting from the gym because I accidentally burnt it down. Like just super
Hey, Twitter
casual. Like,
world.
hey, this is normal people just burn down their in-home gyms every day, you know?
Right.
Hey, Twitter world, I burned down my
It
home.
just happened.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, she's like the white Instagram version of OJ Simpson on Twitter. Hello, Twitter world. She's like, hey, Instagram.
Hi, Instagram.
Hey, what would her followers be called?
Hey, Brady's.
Britties, spearheads.
Hey, fucking psychos.
Oh,
I don't know, but
2019.
the first thing I thought of when I heard about the divorce, I was like, yeah, I bet that relationship's pretty toxic. Boom, nailed it.
Do, do, do.
It's a good song.
Have you heard the version with Viva Las Vegas over the toxic music?
I have not, but I'm intrigued.
Oh, that's one to look up.
I am a fan of. So Womb said it was reported in April of 2020. Really? Is that long ago? Damn, I gotta stop drinking so
Reported,
much.
but-
But seems
That's
like-
around the time I became a functioning alcoholic, so you know.
Yeah, of course. That's when you start just kind of like time traveling through decades. You know,
Especially with the 2020s. Like 2020 through 2021 was a weird.
well,
fucking
with the
year.
COVID shit, like yeah, time kind of acted funny. You know,
Has
like
it stopped? I mean, it stopped for y'all? 'Cause
Uh,
No.
It's just only gotten worse.
I feel like I'm 40, but I'm only 25.
I feel like I'm 25, but I'm almost 40. So maybe we like swapped. This is like a weird Freaky Friday. And
You're stealing his youth. Bill.
yeah, and I'm Lindsay Lohan trapped in Jamie Lee Curtis's body. Good God. Get it together, Jake.
Hitting that Mexican Coke bottle, you know,
Well, Charlie's over here like putting like
popping Xanax.
Xanax or putting like powdered GHB on her tongue or whatever kids do
Don't worry
nowadays.
about it. Mine's a
Popping
good-
Xanax, drinking her red wine.
Xanax, I don't know, man. Like I got kids and I struggle to sleep sometimes. A Xanax and a red wine sounds pretty dope.
I've never had it before. I wouldn't know.
Neither have I. Well, I've had red wine. I've never had Xanax. But in fact, red wine's the only wine I drink. I can't stand white wine.
I like both.
I like. There's this really cheap one that I like. It's like $12 at the Walmart by me. It's called like Josh.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
that's pretty.
Yeah, no,
That's
that was
not like
fucking
that's
good.
not that cheap. That's pretty like solid leveled wine. Cheap wine. Cheap wine is that
Bigger
bottom
for
shelf where it's like just like a ultra bland label that somebody spent like 7 minutes and like Microsoft Paint creating. And
That's
it's
that's
like
green chili wine here.
six
All right.
$6.99.
If you go bottom shelf in New Mexico, it has green chili or red chili in it, and that's a fact.
Ugh, good God. Or what's the really shitty boxed one from like the late 90s?
Franzia.
Franzia. Man. Oof.
You've got to just pull the bladder out of the bag.
Yeah, slap the
Good luck.
bag, bitch. We've talked about
Never
boxed
did
wine on the
that.
show before. There's some good boxed wine out there, but it's dangerous.
I love the Bota box.
Bota
it's
box is
4
good.
bottles in one.
Bota box? I've never heard of that one. I'm
Bota
gonna have to
box,
look into
yeah, that's kind of like the first. That was like kind of the first like decent, like acceptable boxed wine for
Yeah.
people that like have any inkling for good wine. And then here we have one. It's like called Big House, I think, and like every one's like a different kind of like criminal on it, but it's not 19 Crimes. It's not that. I wish they
What
made
if there
that
was
in a box.
boxed tequila?
Oh, if you can think it, it's out there, man. I don't know. That might
So
be like the
I went
ATF
to
might have
a-
outlawed a boxed liquor. Sounds like a really fucking bad idea.
Yeah. I
Sounds
went
like a good time.
I went to a wine store one time and I was talking to the guy who worked there, and he was telling me that boxed wine is actually better because if you open just a regular bottle,
Mm-hmm.
you have to drink it within
Yep.
1 to 2 days or it's going to go
It
bad.
can go
But
turn to vinegar.
within the bladder, it actually preserves it for longer.
Oh yeah.
So you have like a week or two to drink it compared to at max 3 days in the bottle. So it's
Hey,
but it's it's just
I like the challenge.
it's easy to
Oh.
polish off a bottle of
I've said it
wine
on the show before, right? Like
two people
Back
drinking
at-
it.
I've polished a bottle in one night by
oh,
myself.
a bottle, dude. Like, come on, those
Yeah,
are rookie
super
numbers,
easy by
bro.
yourself, let
Like we've
alone-
so a box of wine is 4 bottles of wine.
yes.
And there's been nights where at our old house, like the master bedroom was like a suite style kind of thing. It was like the whole top floor of this old house. So we had like our own little sitting area with the TV. I had my chair. The wife had her chair, and we had like a little table in between. And this is before kids, and maybe even early kids. But we get like a box of wine, set it there while we're watching like American Horror Story or some shit. And you just because you get a little spout.
Especially that first season where it's that couple that's always fighting, drinking wine during that's so enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have to have it during Game of Thrones.
Oh
too.
well, that might have been it. Game of Thrones, like
I've never watched it.
if you're not just like
asshole.
constant if like wine with Game of Thrones is essentially like breathing air. Like you
Yes.
just have to constantly be consuming wine while watching that show. Red wine. But there'd be plenty of nights where like, man, like we stayed up way too late. Let's go to bed. It'd be like a random like Wednesday night, And we'd stand up and I'd go pick up the box of wine and take it downstairs to the kitchen and I'd be like, oh, this is a little late. We've definitely had a 90% of a box of wine weekday night before in the past. And that the next morning when the alarm goes off,
It hurts.
oh, it's rough. It is rough. There you go is that ecstasy? Like crushed up ecstasy?
Deer
or-
salt.
Yeah. Let's go with crushed up ecstasy.
Okay, cool.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, crushed
But
up
yeah, it's
ecstasy.
beer salt. It's a mango chili. I fucking love it.
You can
so
get
much.
flavored ecstasy now? Dope.
Yeah, it's a new Southwestern thing.
Ross was telling me one time about flavored cocaine.
Huh.
I've never done it, so I don't know why it needs to be flavored. I guess like for when it runs down the back of your sinuses. but
I
it's
mean, I had
strawberry
it feels
flavored
like
and it
a
was colored
shit.
pink.
I could see it mixing with it like some Crystal Light or something, you know, give it that little like woo,
Yeah, can you
that
imagine?
little extra.
Can you imagine if they made it legal and they made
That's
like
probably
little
what it
liquid
was.
IV pouches of flavored cocaine that you mix up in drinks?
I really wish I could get a prescription for the cocaine nasal spray because that just seems like a great fucking time.
They make that?
Yeah, I had to do it when I like got my nose surgery. It like numbs your nose, but it also gives like a little tingle.
Mhm.
So it's just a steroid?
They have it at the hospital. Like if you have like really bad, it's funny, nosebleeds, cocaine will stop your nose from bleeding.
Oh. Evil Ginger says she drinks tequila because of no hangover. That's bullshit because I've drank tequila
That's why I
before
drink vodka.
and have woke up feeling like total garbage. Granted, it was in a jail cell in Cancun, but you know.
Tequila makes you evil. It does. Brings out the devil.
Brandy never gave. Never
Oh
gave
my
me
god,
anything.
brandy?
Brandy's such a harsh fucking
I don't know if I
flavor,
ever
Charlie.
drank enough brandy in one night to
It is
get a
not a harsh
hangover.
flavor. What brandy are you drinking?
The same
I
brandy
only taste
everybody
the barrel.
drinks, E&J or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's not
That
bad.
shit's like. Have you heard the E&J song? It's these two guys in a liquor store. They're like singing about Hennessy being $50 and E&J's like 25. I'll send it to you.
I feel like
Yeah.
this is like
yes, no.
I feel like this is
know
like two
that.
dude. There's like two
You're
dudes
doing
from
it to
Philly. It's like the Philadelphia equivalent of the Island Boys rapping about E&J.
it's to the song by Rick James, Mary Jane. To like the beat.
This shit like 25.
She's like 25. Yeah.
One of my favorite things ever was when McConaughey started doing the Wild Turkey commercials and Ross was posting the voiceovers for it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And he's like, and there's like Andre 3000 comes up. And like, there's like in some weird field out, like, I don't know, outside of Austin. And yeah, he's like Andre 3000's like, hey man, what you got to drink? And he's like, Wild Turkey. And he's like, oh shit. He's like, man, this is like $4.
Oh my god, Wild Turkey reminds me of my Theo. That's what he used to drink when he'd go hunting.
Oh my
So
god.
he just always smelled like Wild Turkey.
It must be a hunting thing because I have an uncle that's like an avid hunter. And yeah, he was always like 151. Wild Turkey 151.
And this motherfucker too. He'd be sitting there and he'd like be on oxygen smoking a cigarette and he'd pinch his oxygen tube, rip his cigarette, and then let his oxygen go. And now he does that with a fucking weed pen because he says it gets him higher.
Yeah. ALW. Yeah, I will say one of the low points in my life was waking up in a Mexican jail. It wasn't fun. Especially since
Are you on the Mexican radio?
No, the only thing I could think of the whole time I was in there though was that kid in like Taiwan or Indonesia or wherever that got bamboo caned back in the 90s for spray painting all those cars. So I was like literally
Dude, if you had $100, you wouldn't have been arrested.
No. I had more than 100.
blackout.
Trust me, I tried that move, and that did not work. I had like $400 when I went in. I had no dollars when they gave my wallet back to me the next morning. I also didn't have my cell phone or my shoelaces. And I'm
That's
pretty
just insult to injury, taking your
Oh,
fucking shoelaces.
I know, like the money, okay,
You
fine.
do
The
that.
cell phone, okay, fine. But like, oh, did they hand me like my shoes back, my super dope fucking like one of 200 Ferrari F1 replica racing shoes that I thought were cool to wear around casually when I was 20. But and they're like,
I mean,
I was
I
like,
wear leather
where are the
Vans for
shoelaces?
cowboy
They're like, you didn't have shoelaces. And I was like, why wouldn't I have fucking shoelaces?
So, quick question: would that have been like a cell phone you could have taken selfies with? Because selfies in a Mexican prison would be fucking amazing.
So it was pre-smartphone. Well, I want to say pre-smartphone, pre like iPhone era smartphones because there was like Blackberries and shit then.
So like the or the HTC Thunderbolt era.
It was I want to say it was a Nokia. It was a flip phone, but the top part, when you flipped it up, you can turn it around and fold it back, and it became a digital camera. And I had this. This was me and my now wife had been dating for maybe like a year and a half at this point. So, of course, like I get arrested in Mexico, and I'm literally the whole time I'm like mustering up every ounce of Spanish I know to just be like, hey, like I'm here with my parents. Like you literally arrested me in a beach chair in front of my resort.
Bill's just like, hola pendejos, chíngate tu madre, cabrones.
No, but I was just like, telefono, por favor. Like, donde está biblioteca? I don't know.
Biblioteca pinche güey.
But so finally, like they call. I'm 20. I'm down there with my parents, and I just ended up like one night because I was able to drink down there, and it was Christmas before my 20th birthday, like before my 21st birthday. So I was turning 21 in like 2 months.
Yeah, because they let you drink at like 12 in Mexico, right?
Well, it was a resort, but 18.
Yes. I can attest to that.
Joe, it's just like, yep, I know,
Yeah.
I know.
The
yep,
resort,
yep, yep.
the resort in Cancun we were at, you could drink at 18 if your parents signed off on it. You could be 19 and drink without their sign off. And my parents were like, okay, like whatever, like yeah, sure. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try everything, like because all inclusive. So I ended up like doing a bunch of shots of different tequilas with these like super swole boxers from the Bronx, and ended up like, hey, you know what?
So you were going shot for shot with fucking essentially a 6'2" fucking grizzly bear.
200-pound black dude who'd probably been drinking tequila since he was 6, you know? And I ended up just like, for whatever reason, thought it'd be really awesome to like fall asleep in a chair on the beach and like wake up to the sun rising. And
I mean, I fuck with that idea.
Oh, it was a dope idea, but I woke up to not the sun, but a flashlight in my face and two federales. Like, I don't know if they're actually federales, but two Cancun City police officers like pulling me up out of this chair. And not to say that I was completely sober at that point, but you sober up pretty fucking quick when police show up.
As soon as a flashlight's in your eyes, it's 100 to 0.
And I was like, oh no, like, I'm sorry. Like, I had a few too many drinks. I fell asleep in this chair. Like, this is my resort. Like, here's my wristband going inside. And they're like, no, you're coming with us. And I was like, no. Like, let's just go inside. Like, no, you're trespassing. I was like, no, I'm not. Like, this is my resort. Like, let's go inside and talk to the manager. And then they pull out handcuffs, and I was like, two things crossed my mind when they pulled out handcuffs. One, and this was still the semi-drunk part of me, was like, what's going to happen when they put the handcuffs on? Am I going to get sex trafficked? And then the other part of me was like
my pretty little white ass.
The other part of me, the other half drunk part of me was like, how do I Steven Seagal this dude in the throat and run away from them and then somehow circle back to my room?
Right.
And obviously I was still too drunk to function fast enough to pull off either one of those things.
Pocket sand, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't able to deal grip like sand. So I probably like literally was sitting there for like a solid 90 seconds, just kind of and like to the point where one of the cops is like, if you try to run, we're just gonna tase you. I'm like, fuck. And I was like, do you have to handcuff me?
See it on your face, the calculating.
Yeah. And I was like, do you have to handcuff me? And they're like, not if you just like come get in the car. And I was like, okay, fine.
Oh.
So yeah, then I'm in just like in the cell, just like thinking about that kid getting bamboo caned, and like so they find like
Which would you have rather, bamboo cane or sex trafficking?
bamboo caned for sure. Like
That heals.
at the time,
Your hands being
I was
fucking
thinner than
raped.
I was than I am now. I was like 6'1" and 140 pounds. Like I'm not gonna be like sex trafficked to some like bored Arab wife, you know.
Oh no, you're gonna go to the Saudi Arabian.
I'm
Crown
going to
Prince.
like I know like I'm getting sold to like some sort of like weird Black Sea vacation town for like Bulgarians to just rape me to death, you know.
Yeah, it's not gonna be women.
Well, I mean, nowadays it's like, oh, you're being sold to a man. It's actually just a woman that says she's a man, but you know.
She's actually like super hot.
You still get pegged.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Hey,
whatever.
that's neither here nor there.
But so I like all night, just like, can I at least call the resort and let my parents know where I'm at? And they're like, Then all of a sudden nobody speaks English. They're like, oh, un momento, un momento. I'm like,
No
you
habla
motherfucker, you
inglés.
speaking English to me the entire time you were arresting me.
What if you were just so drunk you understood Spanish, Bill?
That would be incredible. I wish that was the case, but I remember every single second of that night, so I wasn't that drunk.
I mean, I've done enough peyote where I understood Navajo, so.
That's fair. But and then like all of a sudden it's like I don't know. There's like the jail cell is like an open courtyard, but like the cells were covered, but like in the middle was open air. And so it like dawn and my dad
Did it rain on you?
did not. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. But like at dawn, like around dawn, like my dad just walks in looking super fucking pissed. And I'm like, I kind of like shrug my shoulders. I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, don't shrug your shoulders at me. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? I was like, I fell asleep in a chair, like in front of the hotel. He's like,
The cops all
no.
telling him he
He's like,
tried to
don't
fight
give me
one
that
of them?
shit. No, they told him that I had instigated a bar brawl in a nightclub in downtown Cancun.
What the?
Oh shit!
And as soon as
Lightweight
soon as my dad tells me that, I'm like, again, like I am anybody who has met me before, for one, knows like I am not the type of personality that's gonna like start a bar fight. And then also I was 20 pounds thinner. Like what the fuck would I be doing starting a bar fight? Like
You just like judo through some 300-pound fucking
yeah, like what am I like
Mexican dude?
like just trying to like John Wick my way through some fucking nightclub in Cancun? Like
From fucking Mexico.
yeah, like
That donkey show really got Bill going.
but what actually got my dad on my side was when they're giving me all my shit back, like I was talking about, like, you know, they're like, hand me my wallet. There's no money in it. And I'm like, I had like $300 in here. They're like, no. I was like, fine. I looked, I was like, thank God, like my driver's license still in there. Dope. And then I'm like, well, I also had a cell phone. And they're like, you don't have a cell phone? I was like, I'm 20 years old. And this would have been 2008.
2008.
Yeah. I
Holy shit.
was like, I don't even get in the shower without my cell phone, bro. Like, I need my cell phone. He's like, nope, no cell phone. I'm like, God damn it. And yeah, then they hand me back my shoes with no shoelaces. And I'm like, where are my shoelaces? No shoelaces. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I actually said that to him. My dad, like, was kind of like, dude, just don't.
You should have.
But then they
pulled
tried to
his
sell my
Hawaiian
dad.
American card and been like, "You want me to call my lawyer?"
They don't give a fuck.
My dad is a judge.
No, they tried to sell my dad a Polaroid of me in jail for $20, and that's when my dad was like, "This is all bullshit." Like,
That's fucking hilarious.
Souvenir, sorry. Senor, you want a souvenir?
You want some memories?
God,
This is all part of the Mexican experience.
So I finally like,
It's all inclusive with the resort.
yeah, they probably like, my parents probably like paid to have it all set up to try to like sort my life out or something.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so then like I get back to the hotel. This is back when even on cell phones, like you can call into your voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
So I get back to the room and I call into like my voicemail to see because I was gonna call my girlfriend, my now wife, and it's like my brother calling like, "Hey man, you've been gone from the room for a while, like just checking in on you," and then like, "Hey man, like I really need you to answer your phone, worried about you," and then, "Hey man, like I went and woke up mom and dad because like 2 a.m, nowhere knows where you are," and then it's my girlfriend like, I've been texting you all night. I don't know why you're not texting me back. You can stay in fucking Mexico with whatever senorita you decide to put your dick in tonight. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. Like,
Women get mad quick. It's fucking hilarious.
well, she's also Hispanic. Like she's from fucking Brazil, right? So it goes
Oh,
from
yeah,
zero.
Latinas.
It goes from 0 to 1,000 real quick.
Not even 1,000, dude.
She was probably hiring a hitman in Cancun to murder me as I was listening to that fucking
She's like fighting a
voicemail.
cartel.
You know, she's like calling somebody in her family to know who they like, find out who they know in Cancun to have me like bumped off. You
She's
know?
gonna get you sex trafficked.
Yeah, it was probably all her. She's probably pissed that they let me out. It was probably all her, and she was just setting it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why your dad needed to buy the Polaroid, dude. She really wanted it.
Yeah,
She gave your description saying that you started a fight, so
Yeah.
the police were looking for you,
yeah, probably.
and that's actually why.
Joke's on you,
They were
bitch.
like, this guy started a fight. He's trespassing.
Joke's on you. At that time, I was too skinny to be sex trafficked.
No, they would have put a wig on
You're
you and
way
shaved
too
you.
old. at
I was
that point,
so
too.
thin. I was 20, but like I was so thin that my butthole was coming out of my butt crack.
In some countries, that's
I had a
attractive.
pepperoni butthole. There's somebody out there that's into that. Like, man, I just
There's
want
someone out there.
I
That
want a
has that.
chick. I want a chick that wears a thong and I can see her butthole from around it. It's like a thong eclipse of her butthole.
It's just like if you're just into like super skinny chicks with not.
That's an eclipse I'll stare straight into.
The thong eclipse of a butthole. That's a t-shirt idea. Like it looks like an eclipse, but if you look close enough, you can see like the lace edges of the thong.
Did you ever watch Paradise PD?
No.
Oh, their like logo is like a sun coming up, but around the sun there's like lines, so it's a clear cut asshole.
I mean, everybody loves buttholes. You know? They're
It's
funny.
great.
They're funny. But before we get off of here, we got some listener questions we're going to run through.
Ooh,
I haven't seen these yet, so I've intentionally not been looking at them. Every time somebody would send one and I wanted to look at it, instead, I would watch porn. So I've seen a lot of porn today.
you degenerates probably just sent a bunch of weird shit. You're
Probably.
just trying to get us to say the N word on air.
Niagara?
Nacogdoches?
Nutcracker, I think.
Yeah. Anyways. So, question 1. Open. What are your plans this weekend? Come on. Who sent that? Like,
Boo.
boo. My plans are actually, this is pretty good because my in-laws are taking my kids out of town to go do some back to school shopping for the weekend. So, and it's going to be super hot. So I'm going to be by the pool having my wife, my tiny bikini clad wife baby birding fireball into my mouth by the pool all weekend. So, that's going to be pretty dope.
I'm going to a memorial tomorrow for a friend's mom that died. So that's all.
Man, you had to bring it down. Come on. You can't make it
I'll
happy.
be getting in the pool as well. And enjoying the weekend outside.
Nice.
Likely getting skin cancer in my future.
Oh, I pay every year to just accelerate my skin cancer. So
I'm probably gonna go find a box of wine and track down Britney Spears.
there we go. Yes. Can you imagine? Can you only fucking imagine in this crazy ass world if somehow Jake ends up with Britney Spears.
Let's manifest this shit, fuckers.
I mean,
Yeah, put that out in the
Same
universe. Will Charlie fix her mic? We've been trying. Technology's not there yet. When did you
issues with it this whole time?
When did you stop beating your wife? I never started because she whenever we get in fights, her punches are so fast, I never get a chance to box back, you know?
He's just on the floor. It's just
Like I'm on the ropes, just like ducking.
She kicks your ass more.
I'm just like trying not to get a fucking kitchen knife in the lung, you know? And beat's subjective. I mean, a slap on the beak when she's being uppity is not beating. That's just putting her back in her place, you know? She's into it. She's told me. Who killed Epstein?
Not Epstein.
Himself, obviously. I don't know. Do you think there's part of that like he did kill himself, but not like willingly? It's kind of like, hey, bro, like you either off yourself in the cell and we'll make sure you can do that, or we'll make sure like you're raped to death in prison until the day you die.
No.
We'll have your tongue cut out so that like you can't talk. But yeah,
refer to our friends Comment podcast for their theories on that.
Yeah, refer to them because I'll let the Clintons come after Sean, not me. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Damn it, almost made it through that one.
Depending on how many boner pills they've taken.
A woodchuck could chuck all he could if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Damn it, still didn't make it through that perfectly, but I know who sent that one because I sent that to that person earlier. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Like I said, depends on how much boner pills it's taken.
Okay. Is woodchuck a woodchuck a name, like a code for like a certain type of gay person?
I mean, you're chucking wood.
Who's like a little fluffy with like not like super hairy, but has kind of like that fine like blonde hair all over his body, like the peach fuzz with buck teeth. Is that a woodchuck? Somewhere out there, there's a king for a gay man who wants a woodchuck. No? Nothing? All right. No. I saw a clip of the movie Tusk today. Have you seen this?
Oh, yeah, no, I love that movie.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's
no, after watching the clip, I'm like, I don't watch this fucking
it's not
movie.
Regrettable at all.
It's fucking hilarious.
It looks like Human Centipede. Whose cocaine was found in the White House? Was it any of yours? Yeah, it's probably Jake's. It's probably Jake's. Among the group, does anyone have any weird, hidden, shameful body mods?
You mean my dick?
Yeah, I mean, Charlie. Have we never brought this up
really
before? Have we never brought up
titties
Charlie's
are
dick
pierced.
before? Charlie has a huge hog.
Oh, yeah, no. Why do you think she doesn't show her wrists on fucking...
Mm-hmm. Huge hog. You can tell by the Adam's apple. I'm just kidding, Charlie. I don't know if you have a huge hog or not. I'm assuming in reality you don't, but I don't know.
You assumed correctly. So.
Okay, cool. I mean, to bring this up,
I saw one of my friend's dick piercings, if that counts.
I had a friend one time. We were in a truck stop. We're like in a Love's truck stop, like using urinals, separate urinals. But next thing I know,
You're not real friends if you're using separate urinals, Bill.
he starts clinking his Prince Albert against the porcelain. And I'm like, bro. He's like, it's been in dirtier places. Don't worry about it. I'm like, oh my God. This is also
drinking tequila.
This is also a like 6'5", 180-pound bald white dude who had Tupac's Thug Life tattooed across his stomach.
And that's exactly who has a
He's a
dick piercing.
big dumb idiot.
No, I don't have any body mod. I have like one tattoo and
I have my
foreskin.
ears stretched.
I have foreskin. Does that count? I don't know.
I got foreskin.
Oh.
Let's pierce our foreskins.
Do people do that?
I don't know, but let's do it.
No, because mine doesn't really come into play during sex. It comes down. It drops down to release, the thunder. But we'll move on to the next question. What? Okay. Somebody was clearly drunk when they wrote this, but so I'll try to interpret this. What has been your worst walk of shame? Everyone can answer. So even in live chat, have you ever done the walk of shame? Like in the morning, the 2 a.m. Like no. Can't say I have because I typically try to be somewhere like where I can either like get into my car real quick or I never had to walk anywhere. Like who
don't
walks?
Stay the whole night. You fucking leave.
Who
I mean, my walk of shame into that hotel room.
Well, your walk of shame into that hotel room had nothing to do with like you being shamed about sticking your dick in something weird. Your walk of shame was the fact that you were even staying in that goddamn hotel, dude.
It looked a lot nicer on the website.
I bet it did because it probably was a completely different La Quinta, or wherever the fuck it was.
It was La Quinta.
Was it La Quinta? Yeah, that makes sense.
That one right off of 6th Street?
No, I wish. That one's probably the one he stayed at was like kind of near the old studio.
It's not the one by the old studio. That one was nicer compared to the one.
This one was rough. It was like the fact that it was even legally allowed to rent rooms was kind of a miracle.
The headboard fell on me, Charlie.
And maybe a complete oversight by the city of Austin.
I thought that was an Airbnb that where that happened.
The headboard fell on me.
Yeah. So, any celebrity crushes? That's kind of a loaded question though, because like Henry Cavill, I can see that, and he's like the hottest nerd on the planet. I was telling my wife about this. Like, the reason why he does The Witcher is because he loved the video games. And he's leaving The Witcher to go do Warhammer, another fucking nerd game. And he loves Dungeons and Dragons and PC gaming. She's like, really? I was like, yeah. She's like, he's like the hottest nerd ever. I was like, I know. That's why everybody loves him. Mm-hmm. And he has a husky. Like, makes sense. That tracks. Akita. Is it an Akita? Loves a husky. Oh, I don't know. I don't follow him that close.
I don't.
Celebrity crush for me? I don't know. Like, there's a lot of cuties out there.
I want to hate fuck Snow White.
No.
Oh.
That seems like it'd just be like even if you're not doing it for her enjoyment, like it's still just gonna be really annoying.
No, I'm talking like face in the pillow, power fucking her from behind.
I mean, now you're kind of like implicating yourself into some weird rape fantasy, but
no.
As long as she's consenting, go for it, man.
You say hick fuck, so what do you think a hick fuck consists of? It's not going to be...
No, it's like you arguing with someone and then you guys both just fucking going for it.
So you're just talking about like angry sex?
Yeah, angry sex.
Oh, okay. Like, I don't know,
like
man.
Mid-fight sex,
I'm a millennial. Like, I'm an elder millennial. Like, we have different terms for shit, man.
See, like I'm basically like Gen Z at this point. I think.
I don't know who mine would be really, like celebrity wise. I mean, like I've always, since I was a kid, had a thing for Cindy Crawford. So, is she a celebrity? She'd be a celebrity, right?
Yeah.
But it's weird now because she has a daughter that looks exactly like she did when I first.
I mean, Cillian Murphy seems very submissive and breedable.
I don't have a crush on Cillian Murphy. Killian Murphy, whatever.
Killian.
Killian.
On Smurfs. Okay, I don't have a thing for Smurfs. But yeah, I'd probably go Cindy Crawford in that one, or Margot Robbie. But like, who doesn't want to fuck Margot Robbie? That's kind of like a cheat code.
Yeah, it's an easy jerk.
Yeah. Have you ever gone skinny dipping?
Of course.
Yeah, who hasn't? Skinny dips and bong rips, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Who hasn't gone skinny dipping? And then I don't know who this is geared towards. Yo, stop leaving me on red.
Probably me.
All right. Yeah, like, I don't know. Oh, sorry, one more. What was the number one song in 2000?
I was 2 years old.
I'm blue.
No, that would have been before 2000. This is a good one. To the Google machine to wrap this thing up. I'm going to guess 2000. It's got to be like one of those like pop
Spice
country
Girls.
crossovers. Spice Girls would have been before that.
Dixie Chicks.
Dixie Chicks, maybe like a Faith Hill song.
What's her name?
Who Let the Dogs Out would have been after that. Top Billboard.
Shania Twain.
Shania Twain would probably be up there. Let's see. Oh, 2000. Boom. Got it. Number one song on Billboard, year 2000. Breathe by Faith Hill.
Damn.
Followed by Smooth by Santana featuring Rob Thomas.
Fucking Santana, dude.
And in third, another Santana song that is a personal favorite of mine, Maria, Maria.
Shut up.
Yeah.
I can't believe those songs came out at the same time, actually.
Were they on the same album?
They're probably on the same album.
Probably.
And then on for 4, I Want to Know by Joe. I don't recall that one. Everything You Want by Vertical Horizon. Number 5.
That's such a good one.
Say My Name by Destiny's Children.
I know that one.
I Knew I Loved You by Savage Garden.
Fuck, I love me some Savage Garden.
Amazed by Lone Star. Then 8. 9. Bent by Matchbox 20.
Can't you help me?
I do like Matchbox 20, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
He Wasn't Man Enough by Tony Braxton. At 10, I don't know that one. Do you know that one?
No.
Oh,
I don't know half these.
11 by a band that I lost my virginity to.
Whoa.
Higher by Creed.
That's a.
Creed?
That was only 11?
Yeah. At 12.
Was it like the year he did the playoffs or something?
I think they did the Super Bowl, maybe, or
No, it was
one
at
of
the Cowboys Stadium, and the Cowboys were playing.
Yeah, it was maybe like one of the championship games or something. And yeah, they had that ribbon dancer coming down, like, or whatever. That like
Wasn't that the singer?
no,
flying
it
around?
wasn't Scott Stamp. It was like some like ripped Moby lookalike on like ribbons from the ceiling. See, like anything. Try Again by Aaliyah. Jumpin' by Destiny's Children again. Oh. A complete travesty of the year 2000 to be at number 14.
Oh, Bill's mad about this one.
Number 14, really? Thong Song by Chris Cisco? Like, that's got to be, if that's not number 1, if that's not in the top 5, what are we even doing here, people? I mean, like, it spawned like Dumps Like a Truck. Is there people is either of a Team Dump Truck in the chat right now? They'd be offended. I love. He had that one glove and the silver hair, like in that like.
Is it like a cheap Michael Jackson?
And like that convertible Maserati going through downtown Miami. man. Another surprising one, not as offensive, but Kryptonite by Three Doors Down did number 15. I remember when that
Three Doors
song
Down is my shit in middle
That's a
school.
good one.
when that song came out, like it's literally the only thing they played on the radio.
It's like the only thing they played on the radio for like 12 years after it came
Mhm.
out.
Again, I don't know. I'm starting to question Billboard here. 21 Bye 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 by NSYNC. That was a
Okay,
huge
I can-
song.
I heard that one everywhere as a little kid. Like even like early childhood memories. I remember.
At 19, What a Girl Wants by Christina Aguilera. I'm gonna have to like write in to Billboard and be like, we need to amend this chart because this is not accurate.
Is it the U.S. chart or the world chart?
This is Billboard 2000 Hot 100s.
Oh,
Anyone else on here we know? Like Arms Wide Open by Creed. Yeah. Okay.
damn! Creed got 2.
Come On Over Baby by Christina Aguilera. I don't remember that one.
Damn.
All the Small Things by Blink 182 hit number 40. That seems like that would have been a bigger song, but guess not.
I mean, it's bigger with like my generation too. Like, we really hooked on to the early 2000s music and kind of pushed it farther into the 2000s.
48, When the Morning Comes by Smash Mouth. I don't even remember Smash Mouth.
Oh, I know Smash
Yeah.
Mouth.
49.
All-Star got massive with Gen Z, so
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they know at least that song by them.
Yeah, no, Shrek, dude.
Yeah, yeah. And then 49, Blue by Eiffel 65.
But that was released in '98, so some of these songs might have been released.
And they're just holding on throughout the
2000, and
years.
They were
Okay.
still on the Billboard, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like how
It
an
must-
album
it
gets
must-
gold.
That must be because at 55, to bring this all full circle, in the year 2000, at 55 was Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears.
Wasn't that the number one song on the
It
radio?
would have had
'Cause
to
I remember
been.
that
I think it
everywhere.
came out in '97.
Yeah, it would have had to been. So obviously
no, it
this
wasn't
is like
97.
this is like something like even songs from previous years, not songs released in that year. So all right. I got you now. Fine. But anyways, we'll sign off of here. Everybody already knows. I said at the top of the show, like and subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes. Let me get this ready to click off here. And Spotify, yes. Go rate a 5-star on Spotify. And apparently you can leave notes. So leave some funny notes. And I'll do the questions next week as well. I was really hoping for some more fucked up questions.
Yeah.
You disappointed me
weird
this week,
shit.
Nooners. I want more fucked up questions. Like I want questions that make Charlie just leave the room.
I wanna
So
talk about balls.
bones. I mean, we did talk about enlarged buttholes today, so I think we hit the weird quota. But
That's true.
anyways, for Charlie, for Jake, I'm Bill. This is